Hey guys, so I figured I'd come on here. I am uploading a video about my morning routine, and I have some cleaning to do, and yeah, this room is becoming a mess again. It seems like it's a never-ending job, and currently it's Saturday at like 7 at night, almost 6, well it's 6:10, so I wasn't too far off, but I am thinking about doing another video of cleaning and organizing with me. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to keep and what not to keep. I want this room to be as simple and functional as possible. Because right now, like I said, I feel like it's a mess. And I don't really like that. Because it's just stressing me out. And currently, there is no reason for me to have this much stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been doing readings. And I'm reading the Bible. And I'm starting to feel called to get rid of a lot of my stuff. Not just because of what I'm reading, but how I feel. I don't feel like it is something I have to do anymore. And I don't know. I just don't know where I'm at with that. I don't make anything off of it. And yeah, people could say it's a hobby and I can help people. But, excuse me, I don't feel like it's helped in the way that I wanted it to. So I feel like it's harming more than helping. So that's another reason why I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with my Raven of Hope business. I'm still going to love ravens because that makes me feel close to the Holy Spirit, and that makes me feel close to just a spiritual realm in general. So that will always be. And my aunt made me a beautiful diamond art today. I'll show you. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. But currently on my desk. And I'm just feeling more called to, like I said, go through things, trying to downsize and get more clarity on what my next chapter of my life is going to be about, because I feel like I've been holding on to so much stuff. Partly it's because of fear, guilt, anxiety, depression, thinking I'm going to need it later, feeling like something's going to come up and I'm going to need it later, and that hasn't been the case. So I feel like now I want to focus on the present moment and becoming a more positive, better version of myself, and getting closer to the Holy Spirit and getting closer to manifesting my dreams, because I feel like my dreams have been severely delayed and diminished for so long that I feel like I'm not living my life. And I think that's where the depression comes in at. I feel like I've always been a service to others, which is a great thing that I don't want to stop, but I don't want to be a block in my own future, a block to myself. And I don't want to prevent God's plan for my life to be delayed because of my own way of being, I guess you could say. And I just feel like there's been very little clarity in my life. There's been dreams and things, but I don't feel like I've had the clarity that I'm looking for. And I feel like that has kind of came to a point where I constantly feel like I'm at crossroads, and I feel like that's part of the problem. As I feel like I might be wanting to do something, but then God has a totally different plan, and I am not allowing it to happen because of whatever reason. So that's something I'm going to be really reflecting on, is what I'm going to do. I'm currently working as a paraprofessional at a school for kids with disabilities, and I've done this type of work, not this exact setting, but this exact work for 14 years. So that, I feel like, is something that is part of my purpose, but not all of my purpose. And I'm feeling very fulfilled in that. And I feel like I finally found a job where I feel like I don't have to take it home with me. I don't feel stressed. I don't feel like I'm worried about work like I used to be. And that in itself is a blessing. So I have had a lot of trials, tribulations, a lot of loss, a lot of sadness with my past jobs, with relationships, with just everything. My self-esteem, my weight, pretty much every aspect of my life besides my family. They've always been there for me. They've always been a positive influence, but I just feel that since this is finally aligning, after 14 years of praying and asking for a good job, I feel like I'm there. And so now I'm wanting to focus on myself and my love life and saving and getting financially stable, because like I said, I have always worked. I have always helped other people, and I don't have nothing to show for it. And I know you can't take things with you when you're gone, but I would like to have my own place. I'd like to at least have a little bit of savings and be able to go on a couple trips before I pass. So that is just a big goal of mine. So, like I said, I might do some more videos of going through things. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. And I don't know if I'll post this video, because now I realize I'm rambling way too much, and TMI, I guess. But it's just something that's been on my mind. And I don't know, it's just, I just feel like I need to get more clarity. And a lot of this is because I have so much stuff. Like, I have a whole drawer of cards, and then I have a whole box of cards, and then I have like 5 or 6 decks up here on my desk, and I have so many crystals, I have so many books, I have so much like witchy decor, and it's stuff that I'm not implementing, I'm not using, and it's just sitting there, and I'm like, someone else might enjoy this. Someone might actually be blessed by it, because I feel like it's not making me feel any better. And I've been getting a lot of headaches. A lot. Like, and I don't know if it's what it's from. I think some of it might be stress. It might be hormones. It could be environmental. I don't know. But I just feel like when I come down, it's going to sound so bizarre, but I feel like every time I think about getting rid of my witchy stuff, or the majority of it, I get these weird headaches. And so I feel like it's a spiritual warfare thing. And I've been watching a lot of videos, and it makes me wonder. And I'm going to be honest, since I've started my practice, it's been a very rough, I want to say, 8 years, 8 or 9 years. So it's not necessarily been the most positive, but it has had its positives in its own way. I've made some good friends. I've met some nice people. I've learned about myself, and I feel like it's really making me want to draw closer to my Christian path, or my Lutheran path, as we are Lutheran, my family. And I feel like I am more spiritual than anyone else in the family. And I think in my immediate family, I'm the only one that's read the Bible in its entirety. So that is something I'm trying to go back more into. And I don't know, some people might like it on my channel that have watched my channel for some time. They might be like, oh, finally she's getting excuse me, she's getting in the right path. Some people might be annoyed, but I will always have a love for religion in general, spirituality, any religions really. But I'm still trying to figure out what my practice is supposed to look like. I have been feeling very confused, and I don't feel like that is something that is a positive. And I don't know where I'm at this point. I just know I love learning, and I loved learning about the craft. I loved learning about different religions and things like that. But like I said, I just feel like I have all this understanding, I have all this training and this alternative healing, new age witchcraft sort of thing, and I'm not able to do anything with it. I don't have, my business isn't running, and I am not able to do healings and readings like I want to be, and so I feel like it's a waste. And I feel like that could be a big red flag, that it might not be for me, because it doesn't matter how much knowledge I have, even implementation isn't working. And yes, I could use it solely for myself, but I don't feel like it's truly going to help me like I thought it was going to. Partly it's because I get distracted easy. I think everyone's distracted more easily nowadays because of technology, but I don't know. Like I said, I've just been having a lot of different thoughts, and I want to know people that have really been in a crossroads or a transition or a spiritual awakening, because I feel like I've had a couple dark nights of the soul, ego deaths since I've done this practice. And I read something, I don't know if it was TikTok or it was Facebook, but it was something along the lines of, the person that I was before, she didn't survive. I am the person after that person died, if that makes sense, or something along those lines. And it was like, it really struck me hard. And I feel like that's a lot of it. And so I feel like I said, very confused, very emotionally vulnerable and open, and curious to see where this is going to lead me. But what I was trying to say is, if anyone has any suggestions, did you go through this? If you came from a Christian background, from your family or your own beliefs, and then you went to witchcraft, and then you thought about reverting back, or you thought about becoming, just not have a label, I appreciate it, because I'm currently not sure. And yeah, I just got that on my mind a lot. But I will stop rambling. But yeah, I might come back on later and maybe go through some of my witchcraft stuff with you guys. And I'm to the point where if someone wants to buy it from me and pay for shipping, you can have it. And or I'm even to the point where I've seen a lot of YouTubers do switcheroos or do like Happy Mail, and I'm to the point where if I have the money and I can send it, then I will send it to someone that will use it, and that will do you know, some sort of equal exchange. So they would send me a book that helped them, or, you know, I don't know, something. But mainly, I would probably rather take books than more than anything. So if I send like a deck or a crystal or, you know, something along those lines, or a book, I'd like a book back, because then I can gain knowledge from that. Or anything that they're not using that could be for my Bible study or for organization, things like that. That's something I've been considering, because I hate to burn it, my stuff, and I really hate to drop it off at the Good Samaritan, or what they call the Goodwill, and give it to somebody like that, because that would just yeah, that's a lot of money going bye-bye, you know what I mean? And I feel like if someone's going to use it, or at least try to use it, that it would make me feel better. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I hope that this helped you be entertained, or maybe it was a waste of 17-18 minutes, however long this is going to be. But let me know what you guys think about all this I'm talking about, and what your suggestions are for new videos. And I will get back to you in the comments. And I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. It's currently Saturday now, so yeah, we'll see when this video goes up. Many blessings.